Here's the County Administration Center, built on a beautiful spot along San Diego Bay.
It's certainly the most iconic government building we have in this region.
But most people don't know that when it was built in 1938, the best view wasn't out over the water. It was the other way, toward the east. The bay was sort of a mess.
Kind of silted in. I mean, you look at some of the photographs and some of the paintings that were done about the time this building was opened. I mean, you can see it was kind of just a hodgepodge of industrial and commercial, and the fishing fleet was based there, but that was kind of a smelly operation at that time.
Back then, there was a city planner, a famous architect and visionary named John Nolen, who came up with an idea. He thought there should be a grand complex on the waterfront to house both county and city government. But that would be just the start. Look east, he said. Imagine a public corridor going right up what is today Cedar Street.
You know, the east facing of the County Administration Center was going to be looking up a grand esplanade that would go all the way up to Balboa Park.
The Nolen Plan, it was called. As early as 1908, he was advising the city and county, producing drawings showing what our government administration buildings might look like, right at the entrance portal to San Diego. But it never happened. And then, 18 years later,
1926, he comes up with a new plan, which frankly includes a lot of the things that we take for granted here today. It included an 11-mile harbor drive that basically hugged the coastline going around. It kind of envisioned where Lindbergh Field is.
And it pictured that corridor lined with great buildings devoted to public administration and the arts, extending east from the bay. But if you look east from the county building today, you can see John Nolen's vision again never happened. Instead, the Depression came and World War II. And
then after that, the post-war baby boom, and so people were more focused on, building up the suburbs and building homes that people could move into.
In fact, what is today the County Administration Center might never have been built at all if it weren't for a WPA grant. President Roosevelt came to dedicate the building in 1938.
I would like to say that I like especially the sentiment expressed on the face of it. The noblest motive is the public good.
But John Nolen had died a year earlier, with only part of his plan ever realized. Today, an Interstate 5 off-ramp dumps onto Cedar Street, forever ending the chance of a straight-through corridor to the park. But the bay is clean and beautiful, and there are positive developments that Supervisor Greg Cox says would have pleased Mr. Nolen.
I think the Waterfront Park would make him very happy because it's a gathering point for the public. That's what he was all about creating, I think, a sense of place.
With this place, the County Administration Center, at the head of it all. For the County News Center, I'm Suzanne Bartol.